Drawing studies, basically what this is, drawing studies. Real quick, understand, when I draw studies, Scott, I don't know about you, but me personally, I draw studies where there's linear regression channels, Fibonacci retracements, extensions, anything that requires, I call a trend. I look at it in what I call an intermediate time frame. 240s, 120s, 90-minute, maybe an hour. So I look for things that have a kind of a medium-term trend. So I look for things that, of course, not the long-term dailies or weeklies, or my entry point being a 60-minute or a 15-minute entry, but something in the middle, in between. I look for what I call the near-term trends, how I use it. And very simply, what I'll do is, you can see, right example, I pulled up the pound dollar here. You can see the pound dollar, you can find the near-term trend on this. You can see pretty clearly the near-term trend is to the downside here. So what I will look for on this near-term trend, I'll go through and I'll actually add a study using any one of my drawing studies. I'll find the one that fits the best. Let's say for a drawing study, I will add let's see, here's my drawing studies, there we go. I will add, let's just say for an example, I'll add a linear regression channel. And of course, a linear regression channel, you take it from the high point or the low point, wherever the trend starts, and simply just follow the trend. And as you follow the trend from the starting point to the stopping point, either highest to lowest or lowest to highest, that now shows you the trend. What this will show you is levels of support and resistance. So you start where the trend starts, stop where the trend stops. Highest points here, lowest points here, starts here, stops here. Follow the trend. And of course, when you use things like linear regression channel, you find a number that fits the best. So you have to go through and edit these a lot of times. And as you edit them, you find the number that fits the closest. It's not an exact. There's no way. If you want exacts, you're in the wrong industry. Okay, there's not exacts. It's levels of what's the closest. Now I use 2.618 on this, and I think it may actually need to be a little bit higher. Maybe try a 3.0. See if maybe this fits a little bit better on this. Use a 3 and a -3, and that might be a little bit better. In fact, it could probably be a little bit wider than that. But you can see kind of the essence of how it works. You simply put them on the final level that fits the best inside of here. So there's the linear regression channel. Next one, Fibonacci retracements. Fibonacci retracements, I think, work exact same levels. Looking for the trends. You want to find the overall trend. So I go back and look at this pound dollar right now. You can see the overall trend right now. Here's on this 120, you can see it's pretty much sideways for quite a while on this. You might even go out to a 240, might be a little better. Find the overall trend on this. Find where the trend starts and where the retracement. If you're looking for levels that pull back from the starting point. So I'm going to call this right here is the overall trend. Start the overall trend here right around 612. This would be the overall trend. Add a Fibonacci retracement because you're looking for retracements or pullbacks from the high points. So go ahead and find our Fibonacci retracement. Start where the trend starts, low point up to the high point, and just draw it across or draw it over. And actually, I find the one that fits about the closest, right about here. I'm actually going to exclude this little this wick on this. I'm actually excluding that wick. You can see where it comes across. You can see it holds over the 25 there. Here it holds the 38, bounces back to the 25, then pushes back down from the 25, clear down to the 50, as it creates lower lows and higher lows as it trends down, which also you find works very well with our linear channel on this also. So you can see pretty quickly, you can draw these channels, you find it holds really true right inside of these channels as this trends to the downside. And that's what you do, simply looking for these middle term time frames, and that's where you find your trends, and you add your drawing studies, which is Fibonacci fans or retracements. Now Fibonacci fan, I go with the overall trend of Fibonacci fan. Fibonacci fan, I would start back here with the overall trend around 613. And what this is going to do is as things retrace or as they pull back from the overall trend, it shows you continuation levels, what we call legs. So you see a pullback on this, on the Fibonacci fan. Let's see here. Boom. Starting point here, stopping point here. And you can see as it pulls back, it'll show you these levels of support and resistance. And you can see as it pulls back from the high point, comes through here and bounces. See how it trades along, pushes up to the upside. Comes back down to the downside. Once it touches support, which also includes right here our Fibonacci fan, it bounces right back up to the top of the channel. Support, resistance. Pushes lower, breaks through here, down to the next level. Support, back up to the top side of the channel, which is now resistance. Once it breaks support here, we know it's now going down to the bottom side of the channel here. So you can find that there are, of course, as James calls them, waves, Scott calls them embedded trends. You can find the overall trend is here. The near-term trends, I call it, or an embedded trend may be here. This, of course, the trend within the trend is now recognized on multiple levels. Overall big picture, now here's the near-term pullback, because we have not quite given back 100% of the Fibonacci retracement that we had in our second. We've actually given back about 50% of the overall move on this. So pretty quickly, a way to understand this is simply using this to find the near-term trends.